Hi, Winslow here, and I wanted to do a little video on Michel LeFree's reed replacement system, the diatonic version. And this is just a way of punching out the rivet of a reed and then punching in a new reed with rivet in place. Something I've never been terribly good at. I'm good at getting them out, but not using rivets to replace. Anyway, I play in a harmonica band called Tin Sandwich, and we do a version of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movie theme, where the lead player goes wah-dee-ah-dee-ow on a low E harp on a blow 9 and 10, and I respond on a D harp going wah wah wah. So his low E blow 9, which is almost the only reed he even uses, you can kind of tell by the discoloration, is finally blown out. And this is a Marine band reed plate from back when they actually made Marine bands, and actually most models all the way down to low D. So I'm going to punch this out, and then I'll stop the video and go find the replacement donor reed plate and hopefully punch in a new reed using Michel's system. By the way, she's on the web at silverwingleather.com, and I don't see this item listed there, but probably if you get in touch with her, she can give you details on it. So anyway, let me just step around the tripod here, and you notice there are two rods here. This one is for punching in, this pointy one is for punching out, so I'll put that here, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the reed plate with the rivet facing down in this groove, and like all of the below rivets line up, and then I will center it there. It's locked in. And the light's not as good as it might be, but I can line it up pretty well. I'm using a very light hammer, and I'm just going to tap it out. Let's see, did that do the trick? Not quite. Give it another tap. But now I've at least got the hole to line up the point of the... And maybe one more tap. There, that's out and gone. Okay, I'm going to stop the video, go find the other reed plate, and we will resume. Okay, resuming, I have found the Special 20 reed plate. This is actually from a low D, and I'm putting it in a low E. I'm going to have to tune it up 2 semitones, but that's a whole separate operation, nothing to do with the reed punch. So, first thing I need to do is to punch the rivet out of this Special 20 reed plate so I can get the reed and then reinstall it in the Marine band. And they use the same size of reeds, and they're of the same vintage before they changed the reed size in, I think it was 2005. So, maybe I'll get a little more adept with the taps of getting this out. A couple harder taps, let's see if that did the trick. Whoa, look at that. It came out with just 2 taps. Now, I need to get that out of there. And, okay, so, let's see, I'll come around to the camera. I don't know if you can see, the rivet is still in the reed. So, now, like I say, I'm not much good at this. So, I don't know if you can see this, but the focus isn't too great. There's a kind of a ridge around the hole, the rivet hole on the reed plate this is going into. So I'm going to flatten that out a little bit. I'm going to use the flat-ended punch and just kind of give it some taps to kind of flatten that out, because that's going to be under the reed. You don't want to ridge up under the reed, pushing it up away from the reed plate at its base. So, that's flattened out some. Now, I'm being my own cameraman, so I can't always see for sure what exactly is going on screen, but you can see I'm trying to match up, unless I reach around and look at the camera, I'm trying to match the reed up to the reed slot, and just, whoop, lost it. Okay, so get the reed in the slot, match it up to the rivet hole, one hopes. And let's see if we can get that thing pressed in. Now what I want to do is line it up well enough that, well, obviously you want it over the hole if you can possibly get it. Okay, part 3 of the video. I needed to line up the rivet to the rivet hole and have it stay in place. So what I did was I put a piece of tape, just painter's tape, low tack, on the top of the reed. Then I put it roughly in place, then I turned it over, and I used a magnifier. I don't know if you've ever seen these magnifiers you can wear on your head. This one's even got like a magnifier to the magnifier. And went under good light to make sure that I could see the rivet through the hole from the back side. I mean, you don't want to be pounding on a rivet when it's not over the hole. And so I'm just doing that now, making sure it's in the right place. You know, you can adjust the swing of the reed later, but as long as it's over the rivet hole, that's where you need to be. So now I'm going to line up the rivet and the plate, reed plate, with that groove that runs along the base of the main unit. Give it a couple of taps. Feels like it's going in. Did it go in? Yes, it did. So now I've got to align it and tune it and do all of that stuff. But the basic de-riveting of the bad reed, the de-riveting of the replacement reed, and the re-riveting of the replacement reed was accomplished pretty well by someone who has never been terribly good at it. So there's Michel LeFree's silverwingleather.com reed replacement system, and I'm happy with the results so far. Thanks.